We measure in decades. That's what a friend of mine said recently to me. She's an eco pastor, and someone had shared that with her, that when we're thinking about impact, when we're trying to see fruit in our ministries, we measure in decades, knowing that fruit takes time. We're looking over the long haul to see how Jesus is at work. And obviously that kind of confronts a lot of our more American notions of instant success or instant results, but we're looking over decades. I think that's a big part of the beauty of Corona's story. This long history, this longevity, this faithfulness, this rootedness, right? When I hear you all talk about what makes Corona special, that's part of what you name, this faithfulness to Jesus. Now, as we said about planting Nova, we took time with the leaders of Corona over the years to ask, okay, well, what does make Corona special? Listening to that. In particular, we had a retreat with our elders back in 2020, where we spent time with questions like, when did you know Corona was home? And what makes you proud to be part of Corona? What's one story that sort of typifies who we are as a church? We listened to stories. We went through that process of storytelling to name like what's core about who we are as a church, core to who we are as Corona Church, because we want that to be part of the longevity, the legacy that we're passing on. We want to be that to be part of the story that continues to be told. Things like a commitment to the Word of God, a commitment to God's mission globally and locally, a commitment to be a community, a family together. This is what we want to pass on to Nova. We've named Nova as the next generation of Corona Church, but we want to pass on what's core to who we are. Because as we are trying to adapt in various ways to be faithful to this mission that God has called us to be faithful to this context, there are things that we're saying will never change. What's core to who we are as a church will never change. I encourage you to just think about that question. What makes Corona special? And how are we passing that on to the next generation?